that there is a dark feminine energy that wants to cut you off from your growth process. This can be your own dark feminine energy, but this can also be a karmic energy around you. We saw at the beginning of the reading that there was an energetic disturbance because of somebody trying to bother your energy and trying to keep you from moving on. So this can be a dark feminine energy that's doing this, but this can also be your own dark feminine energy. You need to take it how it resonates by applying your own intuition. Honestly, the only thing that I can say is the word that's coming up is it's disgusting. And whoever it is, this person is trying to block your third eye by clogging your third eye, clogging your creativity, clogging what you know, stuffing it is the proper word. She's stuffing your third eye with a lot of energy. This can also mean your own karmic feminine energy is blocking your psychic gifts, okay? Especially your third eye chakra. So it's very important to keep yourself cleansed and connected. Because whoever the F this is a very malicious and intentional, calculated energy that wants you to stop from growing. This is somebody that wants you to stop and let go of your gifts. This is somebody that wants to completely block everything that you have worked so hard for and are meant to do based off of the God who created you, okay? So if you, for an example, would get a phone call by God and he would tell you, look, girl or guy or person, hey, cutie, patootie, whatever the freak, hello, my child, my dear, today or this week, you're gonna have to do this and this and this. This is your mission. This motherfucking effing dark feminine is like, the next time you have to wait on a call from God to tell you the coordinates of where you have to start, this motherfucking dark feminine will cut the fucking phone line, bro. I'm sorry, but this is exactly what this person wants. This person wants me to get like riled up and so annoyed, so I will focus the whole reading on calling her out, 222, because she's so depressed and sad that she doesn't have a twin flame or a loving, harmonious connection because of her own nasty soul. This can also be your own dark feminine energy, so in which I will be talking to your ego because your ego is blocking you. Your ego is on purposely not picking up the phone when God is calling. So you need to get that shit straight, collective. Straighten that motherfucker out. If it's your own shadow, do it. If it's a bitch around you, do it. If it's a dog, you better do it. I told my cat straight up, you get your ass upstairs. And he listened. So that means that they will listen and they will obey. But you need to open up your mouth and say it. You need to step up for yourself. Because that's what this feminine energy is keeping you from as well. I will, Castiel, I will. Telling me to double check it. I will. I'm gonna expose that hoe in the next reading, and the next reading, and the next reading. No. Yay, I'm so happy though. I missed reading because I'm very good at it and I'm on point. And I even, people don't like it because I predict stuff that's 1 year or 2 years away. And then they're like, oh my God, I know for sure that, and I can guarantee Farah's gifts, she doesn't predict any fucking thing, and then suddenly 1.5 year later your whole life has changed and exactly in detail whatever I predicted happens, and then people are like, oh my God, how did she know that? And then they want to search me up again on social media or anywhere outside of where we had contact last, and then they're like, oh my God, you were so right, I need you in my life, I want you as friends again. And then I'll just laugh and be like, haha. So anyway, this is somebody, we were talking about the transits, exactly. So I was talking about, because my life cut off out of nowhere, that's the whole freaking thing about it, the freaky thing about it. It just stopped out of nowhere. I was literally walking away from this table and then I came back and then my life was finished, like it was done. As if somebody randomly clicked on a button and closed it or ended it. Well, we all know spirits and dead ghosts exist. So anyway, I don't know if Let me actually search it up. What is Jupiter's state now? Jupiter's astrology transits right now. So Jupiter or Mars are going to mirror something back to you. Okay, it's going to be very interesting. Saturn is retrograde. Jupiter is in Cancer. Interesting. Mars is in Libra. That's why they're opposing each other. Or not, wait. What in the creepy crawlers is this? Why is Pisces written like that? It's that Pisces is just piss. Oh, sorry. Okay, so Jupiter. Oh, wait a minute. Opposing Saturn, opposing Uranus, opposing Neptune. No, trine Uranus, opposing Neptune, trine Pluto. So then, what I want to know is Jupiter and Venus are in conjunction with each other, right? Mm, mm, mm. 13 degrees, 14 degrees. The moon. No, you couldn't really say that. That Pluto is almost opposite of Jupiter, but Pluto is trine with Mars, so I think that's where it's coming from. So there will be aspects coming through on how you need to expand and grow yourself and go after your luck based off of your approach towards your drive, your passion, when it comes to growing and transforming yourself. And I think that you might feel over emotional, no, over analytical about the situation, but your emotions run very deep. And because Pluto is in Aquarius right now and Mars is in Libra, it's like you are aware of the risks with Pluto in Aquarius, but you also know with your Mars in Libra what will be best for you personally. With Jupiter in Cancer, it would actually mean like what would be best for your stability, your emotional stability, but also your safety and comfort. Together with Pluto in Aquarius, comfort might be a very strong topic these days, especially this week actually, because I need to keep it in one at a week. Um, so you might be struggling to find balance and you might not be per se thinking about what is right or what is wrong, but you might be weighing in between what is going to be detrimental to my comfort and my health and stability and what's going to be evolving to it. And also you want to find in between, like you're going to calculate, is it, how much of a risk is it going to be a risk to do this, is it going to be like a regretful decision or a certain choice that you might struggle to go after or through with. And it all has to do with your long-term thinking, okay? And long term, mostly because of the trine aspect with Pluto. Pluto is, by the way, retrograde. So you're going to realize that you're actually stagnant in certain places and you might need to sacrifice something that you struggle with, even though you know it's good to do so. So that's exactly why we were reading this, because it actually speaks about not wanting to transform, not wanting to grow, not wanting to tap into that alchemist energy. So it's like you don't want to look in the mirror and do the work, but not per se looking in the mirror and just doing the work, but you don't want to put in all, you don't want to go through that change. Let me just keep it simple. You don't want to go through all that change, and the reason why you don't want to go through all that change is because you're doubting based off of being in comfort right now if it's going to work out for you or not, if it's going to bring you that balance or harmony. While in fact, well, no, while actually, um you should be thinking less like, oh, I'm comfortable right now. You should be thinking more, is where I am right now going to have me comfortable later in the future? And that's something that that you will realize that. So actually, let's see for another day, because I feel like on August of 13, so this is on a Wednesday. So because then you will learn something. So let's read what the transition is about then. Pardon me. Jupiter would still be in Cancer, Mars still in Libra. Still okay. So let's see this. Still trying. Okay, no, then it's gonna be good. So actually, you will realize this tomorrow. Wednesday. Today is Tuesday already. But you'll realize this on Wednesday. I actually want to see next Wednesday what's going to be the change. Interesting. Mercury will be sextile with Mars. And I think that's where we got it from. If we look back 1 week and we're going to look at where Mercury will be on upcoming Wednesday, it's going to be in Leo. So it's going to ask you to be courageous, to take that risk, because things are going to weigh upon your heart. So you're going to ask yourself, is this going to make me happy, or am I just doing this for comfortability? You know? Like, you're going to ask yourself very deep philosophical questions, or at least that's what you're advised to do this week. You're going to figure out some answers, and the reason why you're going to go through that is because you need to accept certain changes that you're either denying or stalling, or you will need to let go of certain changes that you're forcing upon yourself. Because I'm getting a very strong two different types of groups here, people that are opposites of each other, but it also means that their thinking and their experience in the collective is also opposite. So really take it as it resonates for you personally. But this is gonna be, it's a very interesting transit actually, because Neptune is also in retrograde together with Saturn, and Chiron together with, oh no, that's it. Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, and Chiron are all retrograde. So that means a lot actually. Saturn, is this Saturn opposing Mercury? Oh, it's trine with Mercury, that's why. And Saturn is in Aries. So that's why you will feel like fire is going to be lit under your ass. So you feel like rushed to make a decision, and that's actually good, because it's not actual rush. It's fake rush, because the universe is gonna put a timer on your ass, and they know that you're gonna take way too long with doubting. So this is somebody, or I could be speaking to parts in the collective that feel like you're doubting yourself too much about what to go or what to do, and that's why it's stalling you. So on Thursday you will realize that you will go for freedom and practicality, and that will make your heart feel lighter instead of what's weighing you down. Okay, so that's actually a very good sign. Yeah, and it's like you're gonna find the balance in between. You struggle with going high or rising immediately or reaching certain heights immediately, or just out of nowhere. So you are going to try and slowly get there by building it up. You're gonna slowly get your feet from the ground. You can see how you will move out of a body of water and then slowly up into the air, but you will still be close to the ground. So that means that you will still be grounded. Yeah, the reason why was temptations, distractions, gossip, low vibrational energy from people around you who don't have any discipline or who have no aspirations for themselves about their life. The only thing that they care about is how they look like in that moment. And you care about more than that. You care about how you are feeling right now, but also where you will be later in life. There are a lot of things that you take into account based off of your own growth for your future. And the people or the places, the things, the hobbies, the energies around you, they try to influence you consciously, subconsciously, knowingly, unknowingly, intentionally, unintentionally. That's for you to become aware of and to know. But they try to, or it slowly influences you to the point where it's affecting you and affecting your own decision making, but also your reflecting abilities on your own changes in life, like on your own decisions, on your routines, on your path, you know, like your desires, your wants, your needs. You're letting it affect you a little bit too much. And this is actually great advice. Exactly. Like you create this energy where you think you can get everything you want, and that is good in a way, but too much wishful thinking is actually going to not only make you very greedy, it's very unrealistic when it comes to manifestation laws, because every time you want to manifest something, you need to also put in the work to receive what you want to manifest. It's not going to come out of nowhere. Okay, so let's continue to Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What's going to happen this week? Fairies, good folk, elemental spirits. Spirit said, show me. Okay, thank you. That was confirmation for me. Okay, thank you. That was double confirmation. 27, 28. Pardon. Okay, thank you. The 19th of August could be significant. Thank you very much. For whoever that was significant, you need to smudge your house. But you should especially smudge yourself. If you have children, you need to cleanse your children. You need to cleanse your kids. Okay, try to cleanse your kids every week. If they go to school and they're getting bullied heavily, cleanse your kids every day. When they, for example, take a quick bath, just put some salt in there. You can clean them with the egg cleanse. You can smudge them. That's something that you can do very fastly. But you can also, hey, welcome to the live. You can also cleanse your kids every week on a Sunday or on a Monday. If you really want to get rid of negative energies or dark entities, or actually whatever it is that's weighing your kids' energy down, that's taking away that lightheartedness, that creativity, that happiness, that innocence, you can also do it on a Saturday with the intention to completely rid your child of all of these burdens. Because Saturday is also the planet of karma, but it's also a very good day to, for example, clean, let go of old energy, let go of negative energy. You can do certain rituals or routines that will just help you decompress. Spirit wants me to use the word. So let's see. On Friday, there's going to be something interesting. Friday, it might be that you will be triggered, or after playing or while you think you're playing, you might struggle with some wisdom. You might struggle with what's going to happen or what's to come. And the reason why you are struggling with it, or you will struggle with it, is because there's somebody trying to steal your energy still, okay? So this is now confirmation that there is an external third party trying to unfortunately still block your downloads. This is somebody who tries to come in between your personal relationship with your God, okay? Many times you can refer to these people as malicious, demonic, satanic, Luciferian, jealous, naive, ignorant. Um, what is it? What are you saying? Not demanding. The other word. Destructive. Thank you very much. It's gonna be a destructive energy, and whoever this person is, they want to guide you away from your wisdom. They want to guide you away from your intuition. And how are they trying to do that? They try to steal the downloads, the psychic energy, your gift. So this is interesting. I'm gonna do a separate reading about that, honestly. But you might be struggling with your wisdom, with understanding or hearing spirit on upcoming Friday. And the reason for that is because somebody out of karma or spite is trying to steal something from you while you're relaxing, while you're not watching, while you're not paying attention. So this is when you're busy, when you're not focusing on spirit. So you need to become very aware on strapping yourself spiritually before things like this happen, because the moment you protect yourself from an incoming spiritual attack, that's also when you protect yourself. That's also when you protect yourself from the attack while it wants to happen in the past, present, or the future. So we'll get to that because we'll see on Saturday what's gonna happen. Let's see on Saturday. Like you're gonna struggle with your own philosophy, your ideology, with the number 14 counted up as 5. You're gonna struggle with the way that you look at the world, okay? Your own philosophy, that what you have learned, everything you have taught yourself or have been taught, your adventure, your own experience, your life experience. You're gonna doubt who you are, actually. I'm hearing existential identity crisis. So this is somebody who wants you to freak out and kind of gaslight you about your own truth, about everything you have gone through or been through, or what you're seeing and experiencing right now in the present moment, especially connected to spiritual topics around you in life, okay? So it's actually very sad. So let's see what's gonna happen on Saturday. Yeah, they want you to fight them so you won't embrace this new beginning. They don't want you to celebrate the end of a cycle. So this is somebody who tries to attack you or keep you stuck from moving on because they don't want you to let go of something. So in other words, this person is keeping you from growing because they benefit off of you being in stagnant energy, being in lack energy, being in I'm hearing the 5 of Cups energy, so being in grievance, but I also hear the 5 of Coins energy, the 5 of Wands, being in conflict. This is somebody who then feeds off of your energy. So we're talking about a energy vampire, and that completely confirms what we picked up on the beginning about a dark feminine energy, because dark feminine energy usually are Jezebel spirits, okay? Jezebel people, Jezebel entities. This is somebody who has a demonic attachments connected to their sacral chakra, and because of that they act out of low vibrational emotions that give up a very toxic attitude, way of thinking and perception of life. It's very dark, negative, it's very draining, and based off of that energy that they are in, they take everything and everyone around them out like them. And I hereby rebuke all the chanting that's being spoken over the positive energy of my collective, including myself, and especially the growth of the past, present, and the future. For all mouths that speak when nothing should be said will be twisting and turning back to emptiness and the dead. Okay? Because people who speak ill out on your life or say things to harm you, they do things to keep you from growing, evolving. It's as small as making money, doing a nice job. It's, for an example, you go to work and people wish you accidents at work. So you drop glass, you bump into things so hard, you get bruises all over your body, you fall or or you fall from the stairs, or you trip over a little step. These are all things that people are trying to wish over people that do good and well. So we're going to take all of that back and silence them right now. Okay, thank you. Now, give us please an insight on what's going to happen on Saturday. Yeah, so they want you to feel attacked on Friday. So, upcoming Friday, if you will feel emotions of defensiveness, of feeling like you're, yeah, Spirit is saying feelings of immaturity, of, wow, of lack of guidance, confusion, but mostly emotions like, yeah, feeling outnumbered, feeling left out in the cold, feeling blocked from the Most High Divine, your connection with Spirit. For an example, you could experience or think to experience, because they try to do whatever it is to manifest it so hard and loud on you, that they want you to think that you're blocked from Spirit. So you manifest being blocked from Spirit. Because if you think you're being blocked from your spirit or your spirit guides or your ancestors, you're going to stop doing whatever it takes to lay out contact with them, to make contact with your team. You're going to stop doing that because you think, oh, well, they can't hear me anyway. They can't reach out to me anyway or anyhow. So what's it worth? You know, what am I going through? What you're gonna like doubt yourself, and you're gonna ask yourself questions or tell yourself to settle with assumptions and conclusions about things that are not true. And when you do that and you speak and feed it into existence, you're gonna manifest it as your reality. Yeah, I'm not gonna take this card. I just wanted to show something, because if it didn't fall out, it's not meant for the reading. So they want you to feel defensive about the change that you're gonna experience in the upcoming weeks or months of your life. This can also be internal change. There's a lot of baby energy, so there's a lot of children could be in the mix. This can also be your own inner child. Is a very strong and prominent subject in this energy or in this reading. And the reason that they do that is because if you feel defensive, or actually they're trying to say, they're clarifying it now, the angels are saying, the moment you feel defensive on Friday, that's the moment they try to steal something from you. So if you recite or are aware or tell yourself about a certain protective prayer that keeps you from it, they will immediately get karma. Exactly. But it's also they want to kind of be your karma. They want to teach you a lesson by being the boss over you. So they want to steal something from you so they can give you karma and then tell you which way to go. Interesting. So this can be somebody who's also spiritual, or who pretends to be on the same level as you, because we already noticed it's a dark feminine energy. Even if this is your own ego or your own hurt inner child, you will tell yourself things where you will doubt yourself, your adult self. Your inner child will tell you the same fears that you had as a child are the same fears you will have as an adult, and it will make you forget about everything you have grown through and experienced throughout your years, from being a child to becoming an adult. And the reason why your ego would do that to you is so your ego can take over. And your ego in this sense is the ignorant version of yourself that doesn't follow your gut. It just wants to feed into the lust, the greed, and the pride that we have in the world. Okay? So could you please confirm for us what we're going to receive on Friday, this upcoming... No, sorry, I apologize. This upcoming Saturday. Ending of a cycle. Somebody's gonna fall very deeply. I'm hearing the pit of hell. That's very interesting. So somebody's gonna hurt their heels. They're gonna fall on their ass. Somebody's gonna I'm hearing their shins. Somebody's gonna hurt their shins. You will bump into something and hurt your shin. The devil be well, I won't say the devil be under, the devil be, how do you say that? Ondersteboven. The devil will be up. How do I say that? The devil will be, hmm. The devil will be upside down. Thank you. So I'm also hearing have patience. Patience with yourself is very important right now. There are also people or karmic feminines that if you are somebody who does spiritual work online, for example, like doing readings or giving out messages, these are people that watch your Instagram or your live and then they will burn a black magic candle or a red candle to affect your root chakra. They will burn certain spells and candles while you're doing whatever it is that you're doing to obstruct your energy, to make you, to like, they try to bully you out of your plans, kind of, because the more they bully you out of your plans, the less you will succeed with them in their mind. But I actually want to say the less you will be likely to do the activity, and then you will feel bummed out and you're like, okay, well, I'll stop doing this hobby. And that's exactly what we're talking about, actually. And you'll stop doing something that you actually love because they want to bully you out of it. This can also be your job, okay? Yep, because I'm hearing the word retail. So somebody or something is trying to bully you out of your job, bully you out of your happiness, and it's a karmic ass whore Jezebel. Like, sometimes I can't even think of, like, I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes like curse words aren't even enough, bro, for some souls on this earth. Yeah, but I'm not gonna say that on camera. Curse words are not enough for these people. Like, these souls are so rotten, guys. Yeah, these are people that would take candy from a baby and laugh at the baby's face while they're crying and then spit on the parents and then walk away. Like, that's, and then that, like, it's so demonic, like so devilish, you know? But these people, they want to bully you out of your own happiness. They want to bully you inner child out of being happy. So you will never believe or follow through with something that makes you happy, because you will always remind yourself, oh, wait, remember that time when this energy or this constantly happened when I wanted to do that? And that was actually a fake sign. That was a sign from God that I shouldn't be doing it. So these are people that really try to gaslight you spiritually. It's crazy. I need you to give me a card for Saturday. Fairies, good folk, angels, elemental spirits. What's going to happen upcoming Saturday after Friday? And then, thank you. And what's going to happen Sunday? Okay, so they're trying to, yeah, redirect you. So Saturday, they're going to get karma. They're going to get hella redirected out of your forest. But this also means they're going to get onto a new path and be moved away, okay? Because they cannot stand, first of all, they can't stand your wisdom and connection to the gods that are denying them. That's what I'm hearing. The gods and goddesses that are denying them. And you are, I don't want to say per se being tested, but this is something that that whoever is fighting against you, trying to obstruct you, even if it's a part of yourself, if you are obstructing yourself, there's a part of you that can't handle how wise you are, how strongly connected you are to your ancestors, how much, like, I'm hearing infinite knowledge, how much infinite knowledge you have about a lot of different things. This is somebody that wants to redirect it, and they can't handle you seeing them for who they are. They can't handle it at all. They hate it. They hate it. If they could smash something in your face, they would. They would. If they could smash something in your face without even getting consequences, without there being consequences, they would for sure. Because this is somebody who would, well, I don't want to speak that out there, so I'm not going to do that. But this is somebody who can't stand the fact that you always see through them. You know to be cautious with this energy or this person. You know you not to open up to this person. You know when to cover your head. You know when to understand that not everything that glitters is gold, but it's also somebody that hates that you can discern what's a real spiritual download and what is a fake one. That's just strongly coming through here. This is somebody that hates it. They want to redirect you, so you will struggle with discerning what kind of energy is trying to latch onto you so they can feed off of you again. If you're fighting with a dark entity or a multidimensional being that has ill intentions for you, this is also somebody that hates the fact that the trees that the trees and the animal spirits, so all the elemental spirits and the animal spirits that you have or totem animals that protect you, that they always guide you home safely. They can't stand that. They really can't. So 31 plus 4, they hate that you have such a strong connection with your ancestors and with the earth, Mother Earth, because they know that Mother Earth will protect you. Because I want to say they will protect you forever, so I'm going to take it that way. They really dislike that Mother Earth will protect you forever, that the trees will tell you, that the branches even laying out on the floor on the road, they will show you a sign where to go, you know. These are people that hate how animism shows up in your life and speaks to you through it. It talks through your body. It just reaches your soul automatically, and your soul translates it to your mind, and you already know it. This is somebody who can't stand that you have those gifts, and the reason why they can't stand it is because you fly too high for them. You fly too high for them. You won't let them in your friend group. You won't accept them as your friend. You won't let them in your inner circle, because they know everybody who's part of your inner circle is automatically blessed. They are tempted, they are seduced, their ego thinks they deserve to be in your group, they deserve to get those blessings instead of you, they deserve to be part of your friend group, they deserve to get every recognition they can get from whatever place or person or group or business or connection outside of you that will bless you. They think that they are deserving of all of that and that you aren't. So it's kind of shocking, actually. But this can also be your own ego, like I said. So you really need to have a talk with yourself and try and pinpoint, okay, is this my own energy that's unhealed? Is this somebody outside of me? Is this somebody from the past? We already saw water under the bridge in the first half of the live that is downloaded separately because of a breakage in my recording, unfortunately. But in the first half, you can already see how we were speaking about water under the bridge. So somebody from the past could be harassing you or holding on to you. Whatever it is, we're going to figure out. Yeah, it can be a past friend. It can be somebody that you had fun with. This can be somebody that you danced with. It can also be a lover, with 33 making up the 6, unconditional love. This can be somebody that you loved unconditionally, that you enjoyed being on. Yeah, this is somebody that you enjoy listening music to or dancing with, or balancing your life out, being protected by. Okay, so upcoming Sunday, thank you. That's your intuition. So this is somebody who wants to control your intuition, okay? On Saturday, they will get, I heard they will get one hell of a punch. So they're gonna get, I'm getting shivers all over my body. What the freak was that? Oh, okay. I was already thinking, what is that shimmering in the garden? But it was just a reflection of something. And that's a very beautiful analogy, or like, that was beautifully worded, because that's kind of what they want to do. They want to reflect something back at you by false mirroring to make you falsely believe that something around you is literally happening. So they're trying to spiritually gaslight you, actually. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that people, like when you have haters, your haters spend their whole life thinking about you instead of feeding themselves or washing themselves, or thinking about what kind of hobby do I like, you know? Where, what am I enjoying in life? People like that, they obsess their whole life over you. They wake up, they stalk you, they go to bed, they stalk you. Everything that they do is connected to who you are and who they don't want you to be. Isn't it crazy? Like, people have no life. And it's so funny, it's entertaining to me. In the beginning, I struggled with it a lot because I was like, how can I be compassionate and graceful towards somebody like that? Because I've never been a person like that. And then you experience it yourself and you're just so shocked. Like, you can't put it into words. Like, you don't realize it. But you're just like, what the freak? Like, are people this obsessed and going crazy? There are people literally destroying their own lives and their own physical health, their own mental health, to get back at other people. Isn't that sick? It's like a real life show, TV show. I'm hearing my life is a movie. Oh, lordy. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Okay. Please give me the card for upcoming Sunday. Interesting. Exactly. Rising above. You're gonna escape this dreaded and fake cycle where these people want to keep you stuck in, and you won't let it be water under the bridge. You're going to F these people up. If you're a spiritual practitioner, as in you do witchcraft or you devote yourself to magical practices, you are going to do such a crazy spell that you will silence them. I'm hearing atomically. So you will F them up so bad that they will never try this again with you. Yeah, you know how we always do the bottom of the deck, right? The challenge of this week. So apart from that, you are gonna do something so crazy, girl. That's what I heard. You're gonna do something so crazy, girl. They want you to struggle with being in balance, okay? And balance also means harmony to them. That means I'm seeing the Temperance card in my mind's eye. Yeah, Spirit, I'm vibing. Spirit's like, you need to get your other tarot cards. Let's do a check-in or a quick check-in about that freaking Jezebel hoe. Hey, I'm just calling them by their names. These are Jezebel hoes. A succubus and an incubus is what? A sex demon. So yeah, it's a hoe. She's a hoe, he's a hoe. And then all these demons sing, we about to... Never mind. That wasn't even the lyrics, I just made that up myself. We about to freak some hoes. 18, 21. Somebody's name could be Jeff, because my name is Jeff from that movie. What was it? 21 Jump Street, I think. I'm hearing it. Whoa. The actor's name, Jake Gyllenhaal, is coming through. Like, for what? I think I channeled him like twice. Like, since I started doing readings like this. That's funny. Jake Gyllenhaal. Anyway, these are people who want you to challenge feeling safe while you're taking risks. They want you to feel challenged when it comes to taking risks, balancing on one foot, and understanding that you're always protected. They want you to forget that you're always protected. They kind of want to flip your whole ideology and what you believe in like 360 degrees, because if they do that, you will manifest so much illness literally in your life and destructive things. You will manifest so much bad luck, and all that energy is something that they will manifest off of, or they will feed themselves off of. So this can definitely be something. Yeah, because Spirit was like, no, actually my higher self was like, so what do you actually kind of feel about this person? It's also a monitoring spirit, of course, but what I'm feeling is this can either be a small group of people, less than 5, or at least counting on one hand. It can be 5 people, but can also be one person. It can be a very full person, but on the verge of obesity and just being unhealthily fat. And that sounds very mean and rude, but that's also energy you attain and obtain in your body. And I do not care. I have very radical theories and expressions, especially spiritually, because I did my own research and I was my own lab rat. So to me, those things are true, and I've only gotten confirmation about them. So for that, I will take it in as truth. Anyway, this can be either a group of 5 people or a very pretty fat woman. Not pretty as in she's beautiful, but she's pretty fat. Like her body, she can be very good at making pictures. Like she's skinny or somebody who looks very healthy or beautiful, but actually this person is a catfish. I heard the ages 27 to 35, and then I heard 46 till 50, 53. For some people, the age 73, 67, 1989, 1988, 1994 are significant. 1996, 2003, 2002, these could all be the numbers connected to this person. This person can have very black hair. They can have sleek black hair, but some have curly hair till the mid length of their shoulders. This is somebody who could also have very thin hair. They can be Caucasian, but mostly they're mixed, so they're half Caucasian or half of something else. So this can be mixed blood. And what else? They smoke either cigarettes, or they just have, some of them, they just have nasty teeth. There's something with their teeth going on. With others, their voice, it sounds like there is something in their throat. Like they have to, I don't know, it's a very weird way of talking, but it's like there's something in their throat, like a bubble. So, and that's confirmation for something inhibiting their throat chakra, because your sacral chakra is directly linked to your throat chakra. And if this person is really a Jezebel and holds a Jezebel entity, it's affecting her throat chakra. So the Jezebel has been taking over not only their sacral, their root chakra, their solar plexus, their heart chakra, and their throat chakra. Next thing they will take over is the third eye and the crown. So this is somebody who's affected by that. Challenge for this week, apart from who it can be and what I just gave up as what I'm intuitively feeling. Yeah, they can have fat fingers. They can have short fat fingers. This is somebody who could be very materialistic or could feel like they're very aesthetically pleasing, like what they do matters to the world, when in actuality, they don't do any shit and they don't bring anything to the world. Sorry, sad to say, but that's just it. Like, this is somebody who isn't contributing to the growth of others. This is not somebody who is an inspiration to others. This is not somebody who is good at giving advice. This is not somebody who is healthily expressing themselves. This is not somebody who can, how do I say that? This is not somebody who is openly themselves or authentic. This is somebody who is fake. Like, lol, I'm not gonna say that. But this is somebody who is just as fake as all the designer bags that fake China can make. Fake China manufacturers, Chinese manufacturers. Like, you get a real Dolce & Gabbana or a real Louis Vuitton, and these are people who buy the fake ones, like in Istanbul, Turkey, you know? And then they'll present it like, he's real, and then they will only tell the truth when they're with their friends. They're like, of course it's fake. You think I have the money for it? Like, they're like that. Or this is somebody who has a very ugly sense of style and they think that it's very pretty and cute because everybody around them, like followers or friends or family, they fake support them because they know that that fake sense of style or ugly sense of style is the only thing that makes them happy in their lives. Isn't that sad? Because that means that everyone around that person already knows that this person is unhappy and unsatisfied. So they just feed them their own lies and delusion to keep them alive, I think. Anyway, yeah, that's crazy. I just been getting so much information suddenly about this person. I actually want to say entity. So let's see, what's this? Your intuition feels or will feel like it's going to be a challenge this week to say bye to the baggage from the past. And the reason why is because you told yourself that when it was done and over that you've forgotten or forgiven this person, when in actuality you didn't. You struggle with finding acceptance around that situation and just feeling more lighthearted about it. So we're gonna ask the angels to give us advice about this situation. How will we be feeling? And then I'm definitely gonna do actually a small little reading about that succubus. Ariel is on the bottom. Ooh, I haven't touched you guys in so long. These cards tapped into their energy. I love it. Your angels, could you give us, thank you, advice for this week's challenge? Rainiel, thank you. Aria, if Michael's gonna come out, love Michael. Uriel, Gabriel. I want to take Gabriel as well. We haven't had angels for a long time, so I want to invoke their presence and I give them permission to speak. You see? Michael is here. It's always with the angels at the end when I tell y'all the angels are with me. I am not joking. Because how or why do you want to confirm it with the card of the angel that I'm talking about? That's not coincidence. I am not seeing what card I am getting out. So it's very delusional. You know, there comes a time where people who are not spiritual or have no gifts will be seen as delusional because you're going to literally gaslight me about an experience that you're even seeing in your own face. Like, how are you so mentally like ill? There's gonna that kind that wow, that time is coming, man. Okay, so let's see. Sachiel, just and justice. I'm gonna hold this card, but I'm not gonna read everything. Oh, I'm gonna read everything because it starts very good actually. The Archangel of Jupiter, what did we tell and read about in the beginning? Sachiel brings both joviality and abundance to our lives. This angel rules over financial issues, politics, law, and all traditional aspects of society. This is a highly beneficial card to receive in a future position as it indicates financial reward and blessings. It also challenges us to enjoy and share any wealth we receive and to recognize that such wealth is sometimes only a passing pleasure. So, this is exactly what we meant with being greedy, right? Like, they want you to become greedy, but you don't ever have to commit to greed because you understand how blessings work, how manifestations work, how wealth, abundance, and fortune works. You understand that when you have more, you have to give more back to receive more. So your challenge is to give into the power of abundance. And abundance is in another way also seen as harmony and balance, right? Serenity. Do you find peace a day? You know how many people on this planet, of this earth, 8 billion people, you know how many people do not have the ability to choose peace? They wake up distressed, hunger, in survival mode every day. You know how heartbreaking it could be if you would be the gods of all gods and of all the people and you would see one privileged ass motherfucker with a bathtub, 2 bathrooms, a big ass house with a garage, a car, hella money, be like, I'm so sad. I wasn't able to do this today or go there, or I lost this small little thing that's actually not really fortunate for my life, or it's actually inspiring. Like, you're gonna rethink about what you're grateful for and what you're not. Because there are so many people who try and stay alive every day. And then somebody in our Western countries or in our position, I mean, like, I personally am hella privileged. I am hella privileged. I learned to realize that, especially with all the war going on right now in the world. Like, there was already war going on. There will always be, unfortunately, war going on because it's difficult to have everything and everyone at peace. That's something that I realized or right now feel like that's true. But I'm so happy I don't have to wake up with bombs every day around my neighborhood, or when I walk outside the street and it's just people on a rampage, or that I'm jobless or homeless. Like, I'm extremely blessed and fortunate and privileged that the only thing that I can lose my peace over is when, for example, a pet of mine gets sick or when a loved one of mine gets sick. For the rest, I have nothing else to be in distress about. And that's the difference between a healthy divine feminine and a karmic or wounded feminine. That's the real difference. Because a karmic divine, no, you see, the karmic always wants to be called divine. Because a karmic or wounded feminine energy will always point out that what she lacks. Whereas a divine feminine will always point out what she has and is also grateful for. And it's not even pointing out. She just knows. She is just satisfied with it. She is compassionate. I'm hearing endearing. She is honest and she sways through her blessings. And karmic women or energies, they will always move very harshly through it, very challenging. They're not that flexible, they're not that open-minded. They will judge strongly and harsh and will always look at it from a perspective of, I do not have that. I have never had that. I am not experiencing that. I will never have that. Instead of, maybe there's an opportunity for me. I can go do that. That's a possibility or a capability in my life as well. They limit themselves. And then when they limit themselves, they blame because of the other person's blessings, that's why they are being limited. So it's a lot of like pointing at the other person. Jupiter is definitely helping us, even though we're retrograde with Jupiter. So that also tells me that when Jupiter went direct, they prepared us for the changes that we are now, I feel like wanting to say, being pressured under. Yeah, okay, thank you, Uriel. We're gonna go and move on to Uriel because Uriel is like, let's just continue. Prophetic poetry, known as God is my light. He is an angel who will bring light and understanding to difficulties. Listen out for wise guidance and act upon it. Uriel will show you the way. This angel also points out that what is happening in your life is part of a greater plan. Challenge, see your part in the plan. This is the accountability that we spoke of in the first half of the live reading. Lesson, sometimes we do not know the bigger picture. And that means that you don't know the bigger picture doesn't mean that you shouldn't go through it or experience it. It means that you should be open to letting it experience you. Open up to just experiencing it and going with the flow. In the present moment, asking yourself, wait, how does this make me feel? How am I feeling right now? How am I thinking of this right now? Instead of, how will it be later on? How was it in the past? Being realistic also means being in the present. Seven, 4, 7, 4. 7, 4, 7, 4. Let me search up that angel number. 16 is 7, 4, 7. 3 plus 1 is 4. Okay, let's see. 7, 4, 7, 4 angel number. Wow, okay. Let's go to, yes, this message. The vibration of number 7 has to do with spirituality, personal truths, and the unknown. The number 4 represents hard work and solid foundations. When the 7 and 4 combination appears, it may be a message to use your intuition and inner talents to enable you to achieve your long-term goals. Y'all, this is why people don't want me to read, because I'm just freaking good at it. Like, freaking crazy. Yeah, if nobody wants to give me my flowers, I'll give them myself. Remiel, surveyor of souls. Oh, I love the shimmer. His name means thunder of God, he who watches over mankind. This card speaks of taking time to prepare for the future. Remiel is there for you as long as you stay the course and do not deviate from the plan. Challenge, can you hold back until you have a clear plan? Lesson, persistence breeds possibilities. So this means don't take action on something you're not aware of. And that's also the reflecting in the moment. How does this make me feel? Is this fortunate for me to move there or change my route or my action or my habit? You know, we were speaking about struggling to go through with a transformation because you have to adapt to a lot of different things, or take accountability of your own emotional self, or thoughts that are going through your mind trying to keep you from growing, you know, or certain people in your life. And Remiel, because I'm ahead already. Remiel is actually asking us, before you make any decisions this week, even assuming or concluding something, really ask yourself. Ask yourself if this is part of who you want to become. Is this part of what the Most High has planned for you, the universe has planned for you to go through? Is this the person they want you to become? You need to ask yourself. Because when you have a clear answer on that and tap into your intuition, like Uriel has told us to do, that's the moment when you can say, okay, this is correct, this is who I want to be, this is the steps that I'm going to take, and that's how it should be. And that's also connected and confirming your divine plan, because the more you open up to letting yourself be guided by your spiritual guides, the more you will open up to the possibilities that there is something bigger meant for you. There is something written in the stars for you that you are meant to experience, and you will. But will you stay on the path where you will experience that? Or are you going to change your route and therefore change your destiny? Change the image of your God that he created you to become or to be? That's the real question. Like, it's kind of exactly, because this is something beautiful that I've had to go through before really telling myself, okay, I'm gonna engulf into spiritual work. I was like, am I ready to devote myself to righteousness, to the universe, to the Most High? I really asked myself, am I ready to take that accountability, to work for good instead of for evil? Am I ready to do that? Am I ready to pray for God? Am I ready to pray for compassion? Am I ready to constantly become and stay the bigger person? Am I willing to? Am I capable of doing that? And if I'm capable, will I? Like, am I ready to commit to this belief, to this ideology, to this narrative of my life? And I slowly realized, based off my own habits and turns and changes and behavior and thoughts, that I was. So that's when I became it. But before I knew the answers, I was still the same. I wasn't moving until I heard which step to take towards what direction. And that's also the advice you have with Remiel here. So, can you hold back until you have a clear plan? Don't become, or don't be ahead of yourself. Don't become antsy. Don't become impatient just because you can't see the bigger picture yet. the Most High wants to add. So let's go to Gabriel. Miraculous messages. God is my strength. This card is saying, listen and watch out for messages. You see? Confirmation. Listen and watch out for messages. Remio is already telling us. But the messages that we are about to receive is confirmation for our path. There is something specifically for you on its way. That something special you have longed for may materialize. Give attention to your dreams, those of day and night. So daydreaming as well. Random visions or thinking about something. Pay attention to that. Give attention to your dreams, those of day and night. Reflection. Challenge. Act on what you hear. Lesson. If it feels wrong, it probably is wrong. So this is really confirming again your experience. What are you hearing? What is trying to take you under? What is subconsciously influencing you? And what are you feeling from the inside? Like what is subconsciously affecting you on the outside and what you're actually feeling on the inside? What are you internally experiencing as guidance? It's something completely else as to what you're going to experience on the outside. And that's another way of testing you in the eyes of the Most High, I want to say, and I can say, to test if you're really ready to hold on to the destiny. Are you capable? Are you willing? Or are you going to do it for 10 to 5 years and then you're going to drop out of it and slouch? Or you're going to go on the wrong path? Your whole life will break down if you do those things. And that's what people, before they get to that point, don't understand. They think, oh, if I'll slack after 12 or 13 years or 16 years, God's going to be happy or fine. He won't care because I've been doing this work for 16 years. No, the Most High wants you to do this work even after death. And that's a commitment that a lot of people don't want to make. And it makes sense because you have to be a real spiritual warrior to do that shit. And you need to be able to also, when they tell you to reincarnate, you need to be like, oh, fuck, I don't want to, but I know I have to. Doing something that you need to do for a greater good outside of your own existence. Committing to something to that and accepting all the hate, all the negativity that will bring your whole world down just to continue for the greater good of humanity or for your species or whatever. For your collective. That's what people don't want to commit to. And it's understandable for sure because it's a very big and strong title. It's a very big commitment. And that's why they always tell you, are you ready to really walk your destiny? Are you ready to walk your talk? Or are you just going to keep yappa, yappa, yappa talk? And then eventually fall off? The Most High is also saying this is also why we don't push people into spirituality. Because most of them aren't committed or ready to commit to a certain belief or the truth beyond their bodily experiences. So don't force yourself. If you're not ready, don't do it. If you are, do it. Lol. And then some... Never mind. That was funny though. Oh, I forgot. Inside jokes. Michael, protective power. His name means he who is like God. Know that with this card that the sword of justice presides over any decision made at this time. Do the right thing and you will prevail. All that you do, if done with clarity and an open heart, will be weighed in your favor. Challenge facing your fears. Lesson you will never be tested more than your own strength. That means you will never go through something you cannot handle. You have been made to go through everything you can handle and what you will experience. I mean, it's Mercury retrograde. Eat my ass. Like it's the post-shadow energy right now. So yeah, if I make mistakes with wording, it's because of that. So actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The great philosophy of all times. Your philosophy will be renewed and redesigned this week, dear collective, dear watcher, dear cross watcher, random nomad, YouTube nomad. You stumbled upon this life. Well, welcome, baby. There, you will change your philosophy, your ideology. You will learn a lot this week. You will be working or guided by the angels if you open up to it. You will be facing yourself. You will be facing the fears that you had as an inner child or as a young adolescent. But mostly you will be protected, okay? You will be protected while you go through all these things. And the reason why you will be protected is because you're meant to go through this and steadily grow from it, experience it, feel it, hear it, think about it. And you cannot be distracted right now, because this experience, what you're going to go through, it's going to form and shape your character even more, okay? And it's also going to kind of set you straight or prepare you for your future path, future changes. Our path can always change, of course, with the guidance and how do you say that, with the guidance and the no, that's the wrong word. With agreement of the Most High and your Creator. So wow, that was interesting. That energy was very weird. Pardon me, confirmation again for myself, because they said that's an example. Pardon me, that's an example. Pardon me, of how it's gonna feel when you will be attacked this week to make you distracted from this plan. And this plan is to kind of set in stone, like, okay, collective wants to do this in their future. They want to become this person, they want to help others, or they want to create this product and become famous, go international, they want to build a big company, whatever it is. I'm hearing Airbnb hostel, I'm hearing wellness resorts, I'm hearing being a corporate no, what is it, corporate agent, no, real estate agent, I mean, being the most famous real estate agent. You want to be a musician, you want to make I don't know, you want to work with the opera house, different kind of things. Everybody has their own dreams and aspirations, and you will definitely be tested. Your inner child will be tested this week based off your insecurities. You're going to be tested with fears and questions like, do you think you are strong enough to handle the critique that other people throw on you? Are you capable of handling the shade? Are you still as fearful of standing in front of a crowd like you were when you were a child? Do you still think less of yourself like when you were an insecure teenager? Like, those questions are gonna kind of come up, and it's to really shape and mold you into that adult, and to align how align the reality of who you are and what you've been through with how you think of yourself, how you feel about yourself this week. And the reason why they want to do that is because they want you to prepare and get ready for a bigger purpose. And that bigger purpose, it's all about who you are meant to become, okay? Because life is about learning who we are, okay? So it's also cutting yourself a lot of slack, being nice to yourself. Don't be mean to yourself when you don't have the answer right away. Understand that you're a natural born leader. First of all, you are the sun. You bring enlightenment everywhere you go just by being yourself. You're very humble, and not only time will tell, because time always tells with you. Time will tell, people will tell. And the reason why that happens is because people are studying you over time. People study you because you're like a beacon of light, and you're very lighthearted. People might talk shit about you, people look at you, they might have an opinion about you, but you feel everything. You stay gracious, you accept and understand that people talk about you, but you won't let it affect you. You also have like a protective angel, or you cloak yourself, your higher self cloaks himself, or your divine masculine is actually coming through. Your divine masculine or your divine feminine is cloaking themselves in the astral realm, and then kind of dishing out karma by retrieving what was lost, okay? So This also confirms to me that nothing can be stolen from you, because the angels of karma, and especially Cassiel, is gonna get back and retrieve it for you, okay? And it's gonna be in a very humble way, but he's humbling your enemies behind your back. It's also like you see Zadkiel in the golden carriage. This is you, okay? Collective. This is you. You're protected from both sides, and we also spoke about good and bad in the beginning, like darkness and light, evil and purity. You know, evil and good-heartedness, purity and impurity. They complement each other. You cannot live without one or the other. So this is something to also understand. You are not meant to be either black or white. You're meant to become gray. You need to meet in the middle and walk the path of temperance, okay? Everybody from my collective, I just know for sure you are meant to walk path of temperance. You are not meant to choose, I'm going to be a light witch, I'm going to be a dark witch. No, you are meant to do both, because you are capable of holding all the esoteric knowledge and mystical knowledge that speaks about how important both light and darkness are. You have a very high intellectual approach to education, and you also get very stimulated when you learn about these things. It motivates you to actually do and become. So that's a very good sign, since that will also help you to just reach further, you know. And it's beautiful actually that we have Mahasya on the bottom with the books, because Jupiter is all about learning. So this week you will learn a lot also about yourself, about other people's characters, about other people's personality. You will be satisfied and things will come to you. This week you need to let your heart speak. I'm gonna keep that as a title. This week you need to let your heart speak. And yeah, your third eye could be blocked or feeling blocked. That will be stopped and finished. So 19th of August was a very significant number. So in 7 days, exactly a week. So next Tuesday, something's gonna happen that's going to help you realize that you did follow the right advice and guidance based off of what you're feeling in your gut. So, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate the time and energy you have invested into this. And of course, it's not for nothing. You are being guided, you're getting confirmation, you're getting clarity, signs, and predictions that will help you along the way. If you won't remember them right before they happen, you will definitely become aware of them in the midst of it happening, okay? So don't worry. Yeah, Spirit wants to say, don't worry, be happy. Because that's a very strong topic. The sun is this week. The sun, personality, solar plexus, very strong topic. You should eat more yellow foods. You should eat more fruits in general, I'm hearing. But you should sunbathe your solar plexus. Just put your belly in the sunlight. Put your crown, your head bare in the sun, and try to soak up all of that those beautiful sun rays, and be happy and excited, and also focus on how to call in happiness in your life, how to invite happiness and feeling content and secure within that happiness or what makes you feel happy. So be honest about where you put whatever. No, be honest about what you deem as worthy. If you think happiness is not worth it, you will never become happy, because you are blocking that from becoming a very prominent energy in your life or manifesting into something greater. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm happy to be back, and I hope I'll see you all on the next reading. I think from now on they will definitely be live, because it's just easier for me. So I'm just gonna cleanse it out a little bit. I feel like I want to say same time next week doing a reading. So yeah, much love and have a healthy week. Namaste and bye guys.